Hey, this is Sheep Guarding Llama. I'm Scott L. Miller. This is the 24th of May, 2020, and today, which is Sunday, we attempted to put in an offer, well, we did put in an offer on a property in San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua. Unfortunately, that fell through. We had someone doing a walkthrough of the house today, which pretty much told us what we already knew, which was the house was terrible and we would have to raise it completely and build a totally new structure on the lot. So basically we were just putting in an offer on a lot with a whole bunch of trash that we had to take away. And we knew that. That was what we were basing everything on going into it, and so we were well educated and prepared. However, they are trying to claim that they already have an offer much higher than the one that we gave them, and that they aren't even willing to take that one because they want to take one that's much higher yet. We don't believe them, and we're not going to play that game. So we'll come back to them in a week with an even lower offer than the one that they have now. But for all intents and purposes, that one has fallen through. We are walking away. That's it. That one's not happening. We knew it was a decent long shot anyway, but they are pretty serious about trying to sell because they have every agent in town has the listing. Every one of them with different prices. Literally, the lowest one listed is at 180K, and the highest one listed is at 550K, and someone has everything in between. Ooh, you can hear some thunder here. So they're just seeing what they can get and hoping for the best, and they've been on the market a long time, and the building has to be raised. So only someone who can financially handle it during the COVID crisis, during the Nicaraguan Civil War, and is willing to tear down an existing building and do new construction, and can handle the timing of all that, that's required for anyone to buy it, right? So good luck with that. The people that we had showing us that had a bunch of other properties they wanted to show us, none of which have really stood out to us as something that we think we want. So at this point, we don't have something to put another offer on. And we are kind of kicking around one property, but it's a really nice property that we don't think they would want to part with at a price that we'd be willing to even discuss. So we're bummed that that is where we are with that, but it is what it is, right? We knew that we were hoping for kind of a miracle on this particular property, and it didn't happen. But you gotta start this process and start figuring out exactly what it is you want, distilling that down. Going through the process of having all the people lined up and having the lawyers and the local agents and the the real estate contacts, and you really have to have the map of town in your head and know exactly what you can walk to from where, what kind of crowds you get in different places, all those kinds of things. So I think we're making good progress, but it's going to be a lot of work yet to make it all come together. We've got to, Paul, Dominica, and I need to go down to Nicaragua. We need to walk around town, really get to know everything in town, get to know the surrounding areas, get to know the neighboring towns, and maybe look at a few towns a little bit further afield, potentially even in the Leon or Chinandega areas, but probably not. Probably still right around San Juan del Sur. But there's just so many variables, and in a town like San Juan del Sur, every property has a completely different potential, right? One is really good for opening a business. One is really good for a house. One is really hot but easy to walk to things. One's really cool but really far from things. One may be up a hill or whatever. So there's just a lot of that going on. But so that has been the majority of the day. It is only 3 o'clock now when I'm recording this, but it's been such an eventful morning that I figured I'd go ahead and make the video. Also had to do quite a bit of work this morning because we're still doing the server migration that we started Friday night, and then it's been going on all weekend. But that is, we think, moving forward well. So I think we're good with that. And the kids have just been hiding in their room, which is right next to me here, playing their video games and stuff. So yeah, that is where we are. We're still getting updates at this point on new properties, but pretty much everything we're seeing, it's not something we'd really be interested in. Like, just, they might be a good deal, but they're not in a part of town that meets our needs in any way. So yeah, but it's exciting, and now we are figuring out what it is that we're really looking for. So that's great that we're able to, start making that progress towards actually finding something that's going to make us really happy. So talk to everybody tomorrow.